Hello guys, how are you doing? Welcome back to another episode of our Midnight Confession Stories. So today we have another confession from our anonymous. So we're going to read it loud, and please don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and comment. Our confession so goes like this. It has part 1 and part 2. So I'll read part 1. If time allows us, I'll continue and read part 2 again. So here is our confession. It goes like this. I wasn't trying to spy on my husband. I trusted him. We had been married for 11 years, 2 kids, a normal life, or so I thought. But 3 weeks ago, something changed. He started working late. At first, it was once a week, then twice, then almost every night. When I asked him about it, he would kiss my forehead and say, "Babe, I'm doing this for us." And I believed him until the night I found the second phone. It wasn't hidden very well. It was inside his gym bag, a phone I had never seen before. And when I turned it on, there was only one contact saved, warm. But it wasn't my number. So, the next Thursday, he said he had another late meeting. Instead of crying like I usually did, I followed him. He didn't drive to the office. He didn't drive to a restaurant. He drove 40 minutes away to an apartment complex, and I watched him walk inside like he belonged there, like it was normal. My hands were shaking so badly, I almost dropped my phone. I waited 20 minutes, then I walked to the door, and that's when I heard it. A child laughing, a woman's voice, and him calling someone babe. I didn't knock because I couldn't knock. I was shocked. Instead, I went back to the car and waited. An hour later, he walked out, but he wasn't alone. He was holding a little boy's hand. The boy looked about 5 years old. The boy looked about 5 years old, and he looked exactly like my husband. Same eyes, same smile. That wasn't just an affair. That was a whole other life. Sure. When he came home that night, I didn't scream. I didn't cry. I just asked one question. How old is he? That was my question. He froze. He didn't even ask what I was talking about. He just sat down and said, 6. 6 years. Meaning he had been cheating almost half our marriage. But then he said something I never expected. She doesn't know about you. I laughed because neither did I. Here's the part that still keeps me up at night. The woman he was with, she thought she was his wife. He told her I was his ex. He told her I was crazy. Sure. He told her we divorced. He had 2 families, 2 full families, 2 birthdays, 2 Christmases, 2 sets of lives. Sure. And somehow, he managed to keep us both in dark until he didn't. I didn't stay, but I also didn't tell her immediately. Instead, I sent her one message from that second phone. I think we need to talk. because no woman deserves to live in. I didn't sleep that night. Instead, I stared at that second phone. Her number was still there, saved as home. At 2:13 a.m., I finally sent the message. Hi, I think we need to talk about David. She replied in less than a minute. Who is this? I stared at the screen for a long time before typing. His wife. 3 dots appeared immediately, then disappeared, then appeared again, and then one message that made my chest tighten. That's impossible. That's impossible. We met 2 days later in a small cave, neutral place. She looked nervous. I looked exhausted. But when she sat down and looked at me closely, her face went pale. Because I wasn't crazy, I wasn't an ex. I was wearing a wedding ring. She pulled out her phone and showed me pictures, family photos, him holding their son, him celebrating anniversaries, him calling her my wife. But the dates overlapped with mine. Birthdays he told me he missed because of business trips. Anniversaries he said he was stuck at work. He wasn't working. He was living another life. Then she said something that completely changed everything. He told me you couldn't have children. I felt like someone punched me. We have 2 kids. 2. And suddenly I realized he wasn't just lying to her. He was rewriting my existence, erasing me, so you could play hero somewhere else. But then she whispered something even worse. I'm pregnant. Silence. I couldn't breathe. A 3rd child. Another life added to the lie. We decided to confront him together. Not separately, but together. When he walked into that apartment and saw both of us standing there, he didn't even look shocked. He looked tired, like he knew this day would come. He sat down. And said something I will never forget. I didn't mean for it to go this far. Not sorry, not regretting, just inconvenience. That's when I understood something. This wasn't about love. This was about control. He liked being needed. He liked being the hero in 2 different worlds. And we were just characters in his story. We didn't scream. We didn't fight. We didn't shout at each other. We didn't fight with him. We just walked away together. 2 women who were strangers a week ago, connected by betrayal. She moved out. I filed for divorce. And the last message I ever sent him was simple. You don't get 2 families, you get none. You sure? Yeah, this is the story for today, guys. This is our story for a man who was living a double life, who is living a double life. Telling lies to this family and telling lies to this family. And both families, they don't know that the other family exists. Imagine your husband telling another wife that you are his ex while you are his wedded wife, wearing a ring for him. So guys, this is the story for today. I don't know what we have to say in the comment section. If you ever seen something like this, or if you have ever heard of such someone living two lives at the same time, living two lives at the same time, having two families at the same time. I don't know how do they draft it or how do they do it, but it's really painful. So help a sister, or just say something in the comment section for comfort or anything. What would you do if it was you? If it was you on this, in this situation, what were you going to do? So guys, this is the story for today. If you have something to say, you can say in the comment section. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our Midnight Confession stories so that we can grow. So for you to send us your confession, you can send us on WhatsApp. I'm going to pin my number on WhatsApp in the comment section so that you send us your confession as anonymous. We'll read it as anonymous. Thank you guys. Bye. Meet you on the next video. Mwah.